Welcome to the Ghastly Goblin Show. It's a bit wild as you know. Eat a Dole Whip, let's collide. Take a trip on Mr. Jones' Wild Ride. Wild Ride. Wild Ride.
Alright, I am here, if you can't tell by the music, at Epcot for Food and Wine Festival. I believe this is the first day of this one, and very excited to sample some of these things that they're going to have here. I'm not sure what we're looking at. Nobody really in the line, so we'll see how that goes. I'm headed to, I have no idea. I believe I'm going around the left way. I'm going to enter the world of foods at some point soon. It seems like there are about 3 times as many people leaving at this point that are entering. I may have made a terrible decision. Why do I always forget where everything is? Alright, so we're headed around to showcase here. I think the first thing I'm going to try to get is maybe that seafood item, but I have no idea where that is. I feel like I should have received some sort of a guide, a map type item, but I didn't really see anything set up for that, so we'll see how that goes. There's also the possibility that I've completely misjudged when this begins. And I'm gonna pop over in here and see what we've got going on. Yeah, we have the festival market here.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, how are
If you
you?
have any questions at all, just let me know.
Yes, how do I get my little booklet and all those things?
Great.
Awesome.
Just one, or do you want more?
Just one.
All
Yeah.
right,
I really
take care.
appreciate it. Thank you. So just that easy. Here we have it. We have our guide. Let's take a look in here and see. I feel like the music is jacked up, and I don't know if that is a continuous thing. No, maybe it's the E to the beat. They decide to turn the music up to disturbing levels. So there, oh boy, that is quite a lineup over there for those items. So we're going to avoid that. We're going to head straight to the showcase. And then, if all goes well, I will probably have an item of food. But who knows? I'm trying to speed through it as quickly as I possibly can. All I can smell is popcorn, so that's horrible. It is very sunny, but there's a slight breeze going through, which is nice. That's keeping me from perishing. Lots of merch. I'll be coming back to this on a couple of different days, but today we're going straight for nothing cheese, nothing with milk. I think we're going to go to Canada, and then we're going to see what they've got. So that'll be nice. Alright, the noodle exchange here. I don't know if anybody can see this, but I'm going to try to grab a couple of these items. Maybe this grilled bushberry spiced shrimp. So there are a lot of people here for this today. The guava cake here. Plant-based, $5. That might happen, actually. This is a good idea, and this is where I can get my first drink, which I'll be going with the, none of these. Let's do the berry mimosa. Alright, this is a burning hot table here, and I'm surprised this did not melt into it. This is the berry mimosa here that I'm starting off with. From the little Corksicle Shimmering Sips booth. I wanted to try the guava cake, decided no. It is very good. There is a slight vibe of children's vitamin happening in the flavor profile of this. Very berry forward. Yeah, it's burning up, so I'm going to keep walking, and I'm going to see how quickly I can get over to the next location, which who knows where the hell that is. But it's not going to be in any of those directions at all. So I believe in my head over to maybe refreshment court to see what could possibly be added to that menu. Maybe I can find out. But yes, food and wine, Epcot. Begins here.
Karen, I'm not allowed to beat you. That's the problem. Hi. Love you.
All right, and here we have the Filet Mignon. This is from Canada. Looks like a nice little plate. You got all kinds of things there. There's the butter, the mashed potatoes, the mushrooms, and then the Filet Mignon. Very tiny. That is about the size of it, but not too bad. And I got the lager. I believe it's the Collective Arts 6 ounce here because watching a figure. So yeah, let's give this a try. The mushrooms here are insane. These are some of the best tasted mushrooms I think I've had in my life. I'm going to try a little bit of the mashed potatoes here. Not going too crazy. Again, fantastic. For those wondering, there is a bit of pink in there, kind of perfectly cooked actually. Maybe a little over, but surprised to see that. It's fantastically seasoned. I think that's honestly I think that's a 10 out of 10 on the filet. I think I would probably get that again on the next day that I come back here, even though there's so many things to try. So many amazing dishes all through this stuff. There is an amount of people here that makes me highly uncomfortable, but it is the first day of this, so of course everybody's going to come out. A beautiful backdrop there as well, which is nice. And let's try this lager. Also incredible. Don't know how well it pairs with the meal, but very good. And yeah, clearly was not going to get the giant full-size one, but I think this is good enough for right now. And then we'll see how it goes as we continue around the World Showcase here during Epcot Food and Wine. In the States, I never think much about this, but when it's a little overcast and the wind is blowing, it's actually kind of nice. But yeah, I never stop here. I never look at it. I never noticed there was like a couple little bikes over there with the boats. Just a weird, random moment at Epcot there. But yeah, very nice. I'm sure the wind noise is horrific, and this is going to be a real test on how well this thing actually works. But right now, it's very shaded, which I'm sure means some sort of rain coming. And I had a mimosa and a beer, so I'm not sure that was a great pairing, a great decision for my life. But we're going to see what else we can pile on top of that. And I'm sure the filet mignon and weird cheese mashed potatoes, they weren't weird, they were delicious. Some might say delightful. But yeah, let's see what the France Mignon things I will feel very uncomfortable pronouncing. Here that is, well, it is a long line. I don't think we're going to do that this year. That might be more of a three drinks getting me to relearn all of the French from high school. Forgot in the class that I never attended. And then they said, hey, you failed French. And I said, well, what if I just leave forever? And then kids stay in school, but if it's terrible, then maybe your best bet is to just go ahead and get that GED and just move on with your life. Oh, here we go. We got some these things I do. Actually. Yeah. Alright, so this is a drink. I couldn't pass this up back there. This is a drink I've had many times, but never in frozen form. And I will probably re-put in the pronunciation later in ADR, but caipirinha. Or maybe I did it right, who knows. But, yeah. So, first time in frozen form. It's got a different color than I would expect this to be, so I'm not sure what the deal is there. Oh yeah, it's definitely got that sugarcane rum vibe happening. That, can sometimes lean towards raisin. This does not. This kind of gets almost all the way to raisin. And then it pulls back. It's delightful. Every time I see an abandoned kid at Epcot looking around, I just think of that scene from Mallrats with the that kid is back on the escalator again.
Where'd they go?
If you know, you know. This is also a day where I made the horrific mistake of not wearing my giant hat that I may have purchased in a video you may have seen several episodes ago. But what's like going on here? I have maybe wandered through a performance event while talking about the hit film Mallrats, but they're not a hit, I guess. But yes. Here is the. You guys didn't know Taylor Swift is in that container. That's how she enters Epcot. This thing is, the camera's not holding up well in the heat, honestly. Let's take a look. Let's see.
And it says time to eat. A lot of things say, but time to drink.
Well, these coasters might happen, actually. I like the cutting board as well.
Oh.
And probably have to get this thing at some point in time. Whether it's this year or next year when all of it is inevitably marked down to $3 at the character warehouse. So we are now moving into my favorite land, Japan. However, I cannot finish this frozen beverage that I've got because it is essentially pure sugar. But let's take a look at that might be the intent in this situation. And then suddenly, here we are checking out the Japan menu. Cool. Okay, so Calpico is going to be hit and miss for a lot of people, I feel. Must be warned, there is a milk component there. Black grape cocktail. Oh, okay, that sounds great. Let's see, and then the sushi. This might be a situation where I do this on Sunday when I return. I think that might be my first. I think that might be my first stop on Sunday, actually, because I'll just come through, go straight to Japan, try to make it through the crowds. It's kind of the crowds are kind of emptying out over here, so I think I'm seeing a lot of people walking in the opposite direction. Lines haven't been too crazy so far, actually. Everything I've gotten within about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. Some of this stuff over here seems a little more intense on the prep, and I'm sure it's very popular as well because it's something different, which is great. So, all right. So we have the Eat the Beat dinner reservation. No clue. Oh, I believe that's the. So this is where all of our. Let's see. Concerts over in that area. The more festival market items I do not see, and I have not seen thus far. Oh, never mind. This I may have to pick up. This also, I don't have one of these, and I do need a bigger cup for the house. But I might pick up one of these and bring back. But again, that's going to be a Sunday thing. That's actually kind of cool. Looks like there's also some sort of a game where you can do a hide and seek thing. Sort of looks like a hunt for items. And then here's the bands. In case you're interested and know who any of these people are, I only know the most important. I know all of them, but the most important band, of course, is not there. Right there, Hansen. Which honestly, I would probably fly back for. It feels weird, but I think I would. America, I'm not going to film the sign because a giant blast of wind just came through. But America's food choices are basically 4 different hot dogs from various eras. You can see how I've become more animated, more excited about the vlog. As I've had four cocktails at this point. No, it's 3 cocktails. And I got some actual food in me today. So that's great. But I think it's just the sugar rush of this frozen beverage. One of the hot dogs I would do the kind of New York style, which is basically sabrettes, which is something I used to enjoy all the time in Brooklyn. They have the tomato, their take on it anyway, the tomato and onion sabrette sauce, which is a damn delight. It would be really good to have one of those again. But if I eat an entire hot dog right now, I'm done. I'm not gonna make it. And then no one can see me. Be super awkward in this land here, which, you know, as you would think, has the most amount of people gathered. Some sort of a show or event going on over here. Just got hit with a stench of fish blowing across. Just a fried fish. Oh, okay. They're doing some sort of a fancy Italian clown situation. Who knows? Italy. All right, here we go. So this is the Italian style nachos, which does sound interesting. And the Bellini spritz. Okay. I'm not in love with it. I think maybe, I feel like some of those items I had, not the Italian style nachos, but I have had the meatball situation a couple years ago. Wasn't thrilled. But the good news is we are now in miniature train land. Okay. Which is another thing that, you know, I've been here numerous times as a child, as an adult, and I never even paid attention over here until the last time we were here. And I noticed, a lizard was on the train track that could have came right out of that tunnel over there. And then could have got hit by the train. Walt Spirit controls the trains, I've heard. He is forever the engineer. We do have a lot of droplets coming down, so I think we're going to get hit with a little bit of rain. So I'm going to turn this off and then try to protect this camera. Maybe. All right, here we go from Refreshment Outpost, my favorite Dole Whip spot in all of the parks. The cherry pineapple blend that I enjoy so well is the Impossible sausage thing that you'll have to look back and see exactly what this is called. There's some sort of chipotle aioli happening. It's a vegan bratwurst, which I've never had. That's fun. And then I got the watermelon lager here, which I'm going to try out, see how that is. My guess is pretty good, and probably those will be the last items that I consume on that journey. And then I will head home. But beautiful water here today. The sun glistening, which probably won't be able to tell. Maybe you can. And a little bit of a breeze going here, which is fantastic. I think they timed it just right for Epcot Food and Wine. I'm going to try this out, see how it is, and then my battery's going to run out, so I'll have to update at a later date on how this was.
I guess you could like, or you could comment, or you could subscribe. But I'm not gonna tell you what you should do, 'cause you're an adult and you've been through it, and you can make your own call. Oh, but I'm just gonna say, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, that would be okay. Thank you, Dole Whip Nights. Well, I guess you could like, or you could comment, or you could comment, or you could subscribe. But I'm not gonna tell you what you should do, 'cause you're an adult that would be okay. Thank you, no nights.